Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome to another episode of Llorona Pero Chingona.
Yes.
This is Edith.
This is Yesi.
And this is episode
6, 7, I don't know. Question mark.
Question mark.
We'll see.
Well, how are you doing today, Yesi?
I am doing okay. I'm gonna...
Yeah, another question mark.
Yeah, another question mark. Yes. Suspense. I'm kidding. No, yeah, I just, like, today, I don't know, like, I'm just not feeling myself. I don't know why. Pero anyways, so I recently decided to come off my meds. I was talking to Veronica, shout out, about how, like, whenever I did start my meds, I was, like, in such a, like, dark place. Like healing wise and stuff, and now I think things have definitely like transformed for the better. Like I have different like ideas and beliefs about certain things that have happened, and I think like just in general, like I feel better. So I'm hoping that with being off the meds, I'm able to find like a more holistic way of being able to manage my moods and stuff. And see how like the healing has affected me and all that. So, but we're gonna like safety plan and do all that stuff. And I know I have the support from you guys and Kurt and my mommy. So I'm hopeful.
I believe in you, and I feel like it's one of those things that our friendship has been going on for so many years that I feel in a place that if I'm like, really feel like that's the best option right now, I would have told you. And I feel like not only myself, but I feel like even our other friends, Callie and Diana would have said the same thing. Like, you know, I feel like we worry about each other, and I feel like if it comes to the point where like, hey, maybe we should start looking for anything, if it were to come to that, I believe in you, and I feel like anything you can reach out to us and everything like that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I know like my moods might fluctuate, so I might be a little bit more irritable.
AKA itchy. Yeah, just kidding.
Yes. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be more aware and like really make a point of like tracking how I feel and all that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. But how are you doing?
We'll keep you guys posted. Maybe you can let us know. I feel like that's one of the things about this podcast, and I feel like mental health is a really big thing that we're not going to focus on today. That's not a purpose for today. Yeah. But we can talk about it.
But yes. And I think like I'm like an open book, and you know that. Like we both are. I feel like so. I think like as my moods change and stuff, people will be able to see. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, for me, I've been great. I've been, I got a little sick from the weekend. I had my brother's party this past weekend, and the weather changing and everything.
Yeah, it's nice though.
But I feel like usually when the weather changes, my body is just like, girl, what's going on? It was hot and then now it's cold.
Yeah.
But we had my brother's party this past weekend, aka our producer.
Hey.
So Yesi and her brother and her fiance came to our party, and my whole family. It was nice to see everyone.
Yeah, it was nice being there. I was able to like use my Casa Diosa merch.
Yeah.
My hat and my sweater. By the way, listeners, you get a 10% off if you use LPC capitalized 10. So, so go shop, guys.
Save that
10%. Save that 10% off your order. But yeah, well, I do gotta say, like your family knows how to throw it down. Like you guys had a grupo, you had pozole, 2 types of pozoles, and tamales. Like you guys like know how to throw it down. It's like I think like that, and I told Kurt and Casey as well, because my friend Casey went with us, whatever. And like I was like, this is what an average Mexican like wedding kind of looks like, but just like a little bit more and more decorations. But essentially, this is what it is.
This is what Edith's party look like. Crazy.
But this is like, can you imagine like your wedding?
I don't want to say it's gonna be like that or more, because you never know. Like by the time that I get married, what if I can't throw a party like that?
What do you mean? We see, you're even laughing. We both know your ass is gonna have the biggest party.
I feel like it's not that it's fancy and like a bunch of other stuff. I just feel like a lot of people join us. Like, we have so many friends, we have so much family.
Yeah.
And it makes it look big. Like, you're already, whoa, where are all these people coming from? Like, right? Because my family is not the, oh, let's invite this. No, we invite the neighbors, the friend of the neighbor. And
like traditional Mexican families. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know how much grief I'm getting for my wedding planning. Like, are we not going to invite these people? And I was like, I haven't spoken to them in like 2 years. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, because I feel like eventually for my wedding, I feel like I'll be like, yeah, I haven't talked to them in years, but we'll go ahead, invite them. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Maybe I'll be in another mood and be like, no.
Mm-hmm. But do you want to share with them what you dressed up as?
So I dressed up as the fairy godmother from Shrek, the mom of Prince Charming.
Yeah, like the scene where she sings at the end.
Yeah. So I wore like a shiny red dress with some red shoes and some red earrings, because I saw she wears in that outfit. Mm-hmm. And then instead of her purple hair, I changed it up a bit, because I'm a fairy godmother and I can change it like that.
Yeah, she can.
I have that power. So I did it gray instead of purple. Mm-hmm. But so I was so confident in my costume, right? And then they were like, "Are you the Tooth Fairy?" And I was like, no, but I guess I can be the Tooth Fairy if it looks like a Tooth Fairy.
Well, I think people would have gotten it more if they would have dressed up as Shrek.
You know what? And let me say that here so that the listeners can hear that.
Oh, no.
No, he didn't want to dress up. He's a very shy kind of guy. So sometimes he struggles to, like, be out there and stuff.
I don't see Tote as shy.
When he's drunk, he's not shy.
I mean, I guess.
Maybe you met him when he was drunk. So, but anyways, what did you dress up as?
I dressed up as the Queen, Selena Quintanilla, and a lot of people didn't know this, but Kurt was Chris. He had his little guitar. He wore a wig for me that he kept scratching throughout the night. But yeah, it was really fun. Last time I dressed up as Selena, he wanted to be Mugatu, which is like, I forgot his name. Whatever. Like this guy, like some of y'all probably know who he is, but it's this guy that has like a weird hairdo and stuff. And like he wanted to dress up as that again for Hando's party, and I was like, no, Selena does not go with Mugatu. Selena goes with Chris. Like, what do you mean?
He did such a great job, guys. Maybe we'll post it on our socials, their outfit, so y'all can see Kurt in all of our costumes. But he was great. Obviously, who doesn't love the queen of the Tejano music? But
like, I
think Kurt took the win here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
He had a whole electric guitar and everything. It was pretty funny.
It was fun. I don't even know where the other electric guitar is, but yes, it was fun. Speaking of, so growing up with like Halloween costumes and stuff.
That's so funny, because I feel like growing up, Halloween, it took me a while to understand what trick or treat meant because of my whole Mexican ass. Like, I was like, what? Trick or treat? Like, like.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Like, what does it mean? And then I like, now once I learn more English, because, bilingual problems, right? They're like, oh, trick or treat. Like,
yeah.
Show me, like like show me a trick or give me a treat, right?
Right. Like, oh, is that what it means?
I think so.
Because I thought it meant like give me a treat or I'm gonna trick you.
Or that, maybe.
Like,
I don't know, either or.
Like,
but I didn't know that the word was trick or treat. I was like trick or treat, like
trick or treat. No, yeah, I think same. I think same. Yeah. Or I would just kind of go up to the door and just be like,
to be honest, that was me too. Like, whoa,
nice,
we scored. No.
But yeah. But so how is it like growing up here in Austin, in the suburbs, I guess, like trick or treating and like dressing up and stuff?
So, my family, as y'all heard, is very Mexican. So we like to save, like not only money, but save everything that if it still has some kind of live in it, we'll reuse it. That's how it was with our costumes.
Yeah.
We would like alternate. I was a witch for like 10 years. And then once that witch costume didn't fit me, it went to my sister for another probably 10 years.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Did Handel ever dress up as a witch?
No. He was a cute lion, I think, once. I think, I don't remember what it was, but he was, so we're like 7 years apart, I think. Yeah, I think we're like 7 years apart. So he was like probably 1, which meant that I was like 8, right? Math, right?
Yeah.
So I was a witch.
Yeah.
And he was a little like lion with like, but it looked cute because he was a baby. So it looked very adorable.
Aww,
but
did you wear that for 10 years?
My mom used to love taking them pictures from the film cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So she was a kind of like person that'd be like, okay, una foto. So we have tons of photos at the house where we're all dressed up in the same costumes, which is like alternating. We're like, oh, we wore that one year. Oh, the next year I wore the different one that she wore probably the year before.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Like, I mean, I feel like costume wise, we didn't really care what we were dressed up. Like, I feel like there wasn't such thing as a lot of bullying back then.
Yeah.
I feel like now, if you dress up like ugly and like stuff, kids are mean. Like, they'll be making fun of you.
Yeah.
And I feel like back then, I mean, I didn't experience that because, either or. I just didn't care or I didn't really get bullied. Either or. But that's how it was. Like, we would just recycle our costumes and then we would go to the wealthy side of town. And that was my favorite part. And we will go to the wealthy side of town. We would get like full-size candy bars. Not only that, one time they gave us like money. They gave us coins and like dollar bills and stuff. It's pretty bougie. Yeah. If you ask me, like I feel like. I mean, if I was wealthy enough like that, I would love to give kids money, right?
I don't know about that.
Taxes.
Yeah.
But what about you?
So growing up, like whenever I lived in Mexico, I don't remember ever like dressing up because I don't think that we ever did in Mexico. But mommy does have like pictures of like coordinated costumes that she would do with Pablo and I. And I think like 1 year she dressed us up as like cat and then the other one as like a dog, but I forgot what the order was. And then for several years she also dressed me up as a witch, but I wasn't like the cute witch. I was like the ugly witch with like the big old nose, like curved nose, like pointy nose with like the big mole, and then it would like light up too. And she would like paint my face green, and it was just like I wasn't cute at all. It was just like an ugly witch, like a witch, whatever. Traditionally or whatever.
Do you have pictures?
No.
You do.
I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. But
I want to see.
I don't know if we do, but yeah. So she would always dress me up as a witch, and I hated it. Like I could not be anything else besides the witch until I would say maybe like middle school, high school, or whatever. But yeah. But we would also go to like the wealthy side of like not our town, but we would go to another town that had like the wealthy houses and stuff, and we'd go and like trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. Yeah. But what was like your favorite costume or worst costume?
I'm telling you, witch. I wore it for 10 years. How favorite is it? I feel like I was forced into it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I've ever been a witch ever since then.
yeah.
I feel like it's triggering now. Like, I see like a witch costume and I'm like, no.
Mm-mm.
But
Okay.
I think that was a good one. I think the worst one was probably one year. As I was getting older, I was probably like in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
My mom dressed me up as a vampire, and I had like my whole face painted white. Whoever thought that would look cute, I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably like in 6th grade, and I was like all in white, like that face painted white.
Uh-huh.
And as you can tell, my skin color, like at that time, was a little bit darker than it is now.
Uh-huh.
And I had that fake blood coming out of my teeth, and then I had like them like those like vampire teeth that you put in your mouth and stuff. I feel like that was my worst.
Okay.
I was just like, what are you wearing, honey? Like, just take it off.
What are you wearing?
And I probably have a picture.
I would love to see it.
I'll probably share it. I don't care. It's part of my life, so
that would be nice to share.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
just don't make memes out of it.
Okay.
What about you? What's your favorite or worst?
I think my favorite ones are the ones that that I've worn as like an adult, and then my least favorite ones would I guess be like the witch. But now that I think about it, like it's kind of like cute that wasn't cute, you know, like my mommy used to just like dressing me up as a witch. But my favorite ones, I like to get crafty sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So one year in college, I dressed up as the Saw puppet. I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Where I painted my face white and I did like the red circles and like I did like the whole thing, and I really loved that costume. And then the Selena one, obviously. Yeah.
Who doesn't love Selena?
Right. So
anything with Selena.
Anything for Selena. Yeah. Yeah, so I think those are like my favorite ones. But I love costumes. Kurt and I, like, even if it's not Halloween, we'll throw like a costume party. But yeah.
Yeah, for her birthday, she normally tries to do. What was it for your birthday last year that you did like a favorite
was like
cartoon character?
Yeah, your favorite cartoon character. We were the Powerpuff Girls.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I guess like going back to like Mexico and not celebrating Halloween, I don't think that was a thing. At least like in the border towns, I don't think it became like such a thing until like more recently, where people would go to like the gas stations and get like candy there. But how is it like in your side of Mexico?
To be honest, like I've never spent Halloween in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've heard from my mom's stories and my aunts and stuff, they celebrated Dia de Muertos, I think. And they do like altares competitions. So like everybody does a different altar in the winter, like, and stuff like that. They used to have like little parties where like they would charge like 10 pesos or like stuff like that. And people would dress up. But it was similar to me growing up. They will make their own costumes. They won't like go to the store because, like I mentioned, my mom lived in a pueblo. Like, they didn't really have a Walmart or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like more the tradition for them, instead of giving out candy, they used to give out fruit.
Oh.
It was fruit and gorditas de horno, which is food. They used to give like food and like for the people who will go to each other's home. Like, I love that. I want to do that instead of candy. Like, candy is just giving more business to dentists. No hate on dentists, but cavities and stuff. But at least you're getting fed.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite food is gorditas. Like, you said gorditas, I was like, check me in. I am in this.
So I don't know if they do that now, but I remember my aunt and my mom telling me that.
We should come up with our own traditions and just like
imagine, dude, we sit out this Halloween and we're giving out
gorditas.
Kids are gonna be like, what the is this?
Yesi comes back for like second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Or kids are gonna be like, Or what if they ask for our food handling certificate or something permit?
Like, I don't know that they will.
Like, they should be grateful. I'm pretty sure it would be good.
I know.
But
hopefully.
I don't really know much on that. I wish I do. Like, I wish I did because I feel like they have such great traditions over there in Mexico. And I feel like every state is different too.
I agree. Yeah.
I know that they do like in like the Guerrero side or like over there, like more South Mexico. They do like a parade of the Mariposa Monarca, and everybody's dressed in like sugar skulls and like Catrinas and everything. That just sounds really nice.
That does sound nice.
I think it's around this time of the year, like end of October, early November. And I always tell myself, like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it in my bucket list to go in here.
I think that would be amazing. Yeah, because, like, being over here, like, it's different celebrating all those things. Like, for me, like, living in the border, like, we never celebrated Dia de los Muertos. At least I don't remember that. Grandma has, like, an altar, but she has it, like, like all year round, but we never did anything special for it.
Yeah.
Except like maybe we would like buy cañas and we would go clean the ¿cómo se llama? Like we would go to the cemetery and clean the areas and that was about it. Pero like we never, at least I don't remember having like a big thing or a big celebration because it was Dia de los Muertos, which I know it's a big thing and a big part of our heritage. I just didn't have a chance to experience that.
It's crazy though because even here growing up, it wasn't big Dia de Muertos until recently. My sister started picking up the tradition to like build the altar and everything. Whenever my mom passed away, I feel like that's whenever she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it for my mom," like which is great because she makes it bigger and bigger every year. Yeah, she does such a great job. Yeah, she does like really good job on like doing the research and making sure that everything that is supposed to be there is there. And it's just nice because I feel like here in the US they're starting to do more of the altar and stuff, which it warms my heart because I feel like people are picking up other traditions that are not part of their traditions, right? Which is really nice.
Like watching Coco is like so cute.
I feel like that made it big too.
Yeah,
that movie I feel like it made a lot of people like learn a little bit more of like Dia de Muertos and stuff like that, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I like the idea of like, our ancestors coming and like, which I think like in future years I want to do that. I think I really need to look into it and stuff. But if you guys have any Dia de los Muertos tips, send them over. I would like to learn a little bit more. Now we'll do my research. But also like let us know how you guys celebrate Halloween and other like in other parts of Mexico, you guys do. I think that's more of like more Americanized holiday, I guess.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
And I feel like I said, I feel like every state in Mexico is different, and they have different traditions. At least from like I said, for my mom, they give out fruit and gorditas de horno, which is gordita de horno is a sweet gordita. So it's not them
like a sugar gordita.
Yeah, like a sugar gordita.
Oh, I've had those.
They're really good.
Yeah,
they're really good.
I think Kurt would like those.
I'll make sure to save some for him next time my aunt brings some from Mexico.
I don't think he's had buñuelos either. Mouth open.
Can you take a moment? I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah, we're gonna do something. Okay. Well, I guess we can jump into scary stories. Ooh. Okay. Espanto. So when we talk about like scary stories, I like the first thing that pops in my head is Scary Stary.
For those listeners out there and viewers, so Scary Stary is our freshman year dorm at Texas State. There used to be a story that a girl killed herself, right?
I don't know if she died or she...
Yeah.
I think
she fell from like the stairs or something like that. I think they used to say it was the third floor, which I lived in the third floor. But the dorm was divided in two sections. Like it was 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. And I was on like the side where like apparently that person didn't die. So when I got into that dorm and they used to say that, I'm like, oh, fuck, obviously I chose the haunted one. Like, I'm a very scary cat. Like, I hate everything that I don't watch scary movies. I've seen them before, but if I do, like, I have to watch something funny or
after
or a cartoon afterwards.
Or watch it during the
day with all the lights on.
Yes.
Or what I've done in the past, though, if I watch it at night, I have a pillow and I just cover myself through the whole movie. I'm like covering myself. So literally, I didn't watch anything. I just was, or I cover my ears.
Yeah, I think I've done that. I think I've done that too. I can't, like, even talking about scary stories makes me scared. But I love Halloween, which makes no sense because it's like scary stories, scary movies everywhere. And every time there's like a scary commercial, Kurt will be like, he'll be like, don't look. Or he'll be like, cover my eyes.
Talking about scary commercials. Who uses Pandora anymore, right? I used to use Pandora a lot before, like Apple Music or like YouTube Music or anything like that, or Spotify. So I used to use Pandora a lot. And around this time of the year when Halloween movies, like scary movies, used to come out, so I would listen to music before going to bed. And there was a lot of times where like the trailer of that music will come out on Pandora. I'll be like, oh my god! So like I will lower down the volume.
Yeah,
I'll be like.
Yeah, because if you pause it, like you have to still listen to the whole thing. Yeah. So scary. I like, and this kind of leads me to like the other part of it, like scary dreams for me at least. So like in Scary, my roommate, I used to be very scared, like a top-notch scaredy cat, to the point where like Blanquita had to like go with me to the restroom because I was scared. And this has been like a pattern since I was like really little, because I love scary things, but the minute that I get scared, I'm like, someone needs to be with me 24/7. So like I think the summer going into college, I had a very scary dream where like a friend, for some reason, like my friends and I, we were in a basement all like sleeping, and then like a friend was coming down. And mind you, like I've never really been in a basement, like this is just from like what I've seen in movies. But you know when like a room is closed and you open the door, you can just see the shadow of the person. Well, I saw like the friend coming down, and the friend came down and she was like speaking in this like really creepy voice, like when someone's like, whenever they show someone being possessed or whatever. And I felt them like come like around, and like my friends and I, we were just like, no, like just trying to like cover ourselves. But I was like in the very end and at the edge of the bed, and I felt someone like that friend come over because she was like possessed, and she like said something in my ear like really creepily. But in real life, I felt the gust of air like touch my ear, and that's what woke me up. And I was just like, I'm fucking scared. I'm gonna go sleep with my mom.
Sleeping, like, I've never had, like, scary dreams like that. But sleep paralysis.
Oh, bitch.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
I think that it has only happened to me once, and I really pray that it never happens to me again, because that was scary. Is that kind of like vivid kind of dream, but yet again where you're like, I can't move, and then you yeah, I actually had one of those as well. For some reason, like I get really dark and twisty like dreams sometimes. Sometimes it's like based on demons or whatever. There was another time where I was asleep, and I was the one who was possessed, and I felt like the spirit was coming out of me, but I felt it like in the back, like my back. Like it was just coming out of me like black butterflies. And I actually like woke up, and I felt like, because I felt that like sensation in my back. And then another time was with Kurt and I don't know if it was here or it was like at the other place where we were living at. I dreamt that I had fallen asleep, and then I woke up and I turned over, and Kurt is just kind of like at the edge of the bed, just staring straight at me. And like he's like the bed is like right here, right? And I'm sleeping on it. And he's like at the edge of the bed, just like staring at me and just being like,
like that, but like really in a really creepy way. And I'm like, Kurt, like screaming, and I wake up, like I literally wake up just like coming up, and I'm like, Kurt, and he wakes up and he's like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck? It was scary. Like I have very vivid, and that's why I was telling you, like I have very vivid dreams a lot of the times. So I don't know what my subconscious is trying to tell me then, but like I have very scary dreams, and they scare me for like a while. And there's times where I'm not even able to like sleep by myself because I'm scared, or like if Kurt's not here, I'll sleep down here with the puppies where I feel protected. But
hey, puppies are good protectants. Like they will protect you from everything just because they will sense anything evil.
Yeah, well that's also the scary part, because what if they are the ones looking at the evil thing and they start barking at it? That's creepy.
That's really creepy when your dog just starts like barking out of nowhere into the thin air.
Yeah, no, when your younger sibling is the one that's seeing things. That has also happened to me. So
yeah, I've heard stories of that.
So whenever, like way back when, like in high school times, my family and I had to like live in a really small trailer. Like, I don't think bigger than like from like that edge of the wall to maybe the edge of the wall right here where the spider thing is. Like very, very small. Like it's really small space. But it was like covered with tabla, like the windows were covered with tablas. And it was really old and stuff. It was just a really, really, really small trailer. And I remember my stepdad and my mom were at home, and they were like, you and Pablo take care of the baby, my little brother Jesus. And this was way before college. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And then Pablo was like, I'm going to go out with my friends. And I was like, don't leave me here with this child. Like, it's scary in here. Like, the knob to open the door is very loose. Like, I just don't feel safe here. And he ended up leaving. And before he left, I remember Jesucito turned over to where Pablo and I used to sleep, where it was like pitch black. Pitch black. Like, you couldn't see anything in the little hallway and the little room. Mind you, like it's a very small space. He like turns over and starts giggling and is like he's saying hi to something and just like giggling. And I'm like, we need to throw this boy in the trash. Because like, and Pablo still ended up leaving. And I was just so scared. I think I called my mom crying like several times. But like creepy shit has like, I either dream of creepy shit or like creepy shit sometimes happens to me.
Oh, hell no. I am very lucky that so my brother and my sister always have this thing about scaring me for everything. Like I'll be walking in the room and then they're like, like those kind of things that I'm like jump scared. And I feel like I always tell them, I'm like, un día me van a venir matando del susto. One day you're gonna kill me
with this
scare. Like literally, I am such a scary cat. Like for everything. Like even growing up, I was talking to my boyfriend about scary stories like last week because we were talking about how we were gonna record this episode. And growing up, they used to tell us that they like where my mom in Mexico is from. There's a tanque, which is a little pond of water, but there's a little like a hill of like dirt and stuff. And they used to say that in the middle of the night there used to be a man and a horse that used to come and scare people there, right? But they used to say, allí pasa un hombre en un caballo sin cabeza lavándose los dientes. And then my dumb child self, like, oh my God, no, I'm not gonna stop through there. Like now, obviously, I'm a little bit smarter, I guess you can say. I mean, like, how in the world is there gonna be a man and a horse with no head brushing his teeth? First of all, how is he brushing his teeth with no head? So like, I was so dumb to believe that growing up. So I think that's where I got all my scariness from. Because they used to get me scared since I was little. Yeah. So it's like very triggering. So like everything like no, like, you know, like stuff like that. But even like there's so many stuff like because a rancho it's well known to be like a small town where small towns scary stories, scary stuff happen, right?
There's not a lot of lights either at night. Like shit's like like there's no lights.
And I've heard of people seeing stuff. I've never seen anything. Like people say that witches used to be really big there. Like back in the day, they like a lot of families lost their babies because apparently witches love babies, so they used to take their babies. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a lie because I mean I feel like it could be true. I mean I don't know, but that's scary. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that made me a scary cat for everything.
Yeah.
Like I cannot sit around and watch a scary movie with my brother and sister.
Yeah, I mean I too was like a big scaredy cat like growing up. So my aunt, she used to live in like this 2-story house, and ellos decían que asustaban en la casa. So like, and like this house had a very sketchy feeling. Like it just had like a really icky, like something ain't right here.
I'm getting chills.
And so and like my aunt and my cousins would say that things would happen, and apparently an old man had like died there or something. And I remember one time I think we like stayed the night there, and it was just us kids, and like at that time it was Pablo, me, and Juanito. We were like all the same age, and we had like the younger siblings, and it was like always 6 of us that would hang out, the cousins, and we did, and like I was such a scaredy cat to the point where like I think the phone rang and my cousin like in a scary voice was like, "Uy, a lo mejor es alguien," and I was like, I'm scared, and I started crying. Until now, this is still like something that like they will bring up to like family gatherings, and I'm like, stop it!
I'm scared of alguien.
You're right. It might be alguien. So I would always get scared.
It's scary though. Let me tell you, for many years I used to be scared of Chucky. The movie. The movie. Like, come on, it's a doll. Like now as a grown up, like obviously, like I'm starting to get a little bit more common sense and certain stuff like that.
I'm like, Chucky.
Yeah. But people were like, let's watch it. You're like, nah, I'm okay. I'm not scared anymore. What do you mean? But that's how scared I was for everything. So, even like how we're doing it right now, what a tradition that we used to do when I was younger in Mexico was do a little bonfire and do s'mores and stuff, and they like say scary stories. Be like, "Ya, no diga nada, stop."
Yeah. Well, now that you said Chucky, I remember one time too at my grandma's old house. So my grandma and this other family used to share the yard, and the family on this side used to have like a columpios. And at night, the kids and like my other cousins and I would go over there, and my cousins love to make fun of me because I'm a big scaredy cat. And till that day, like in those days, they would love to just like fuck around with me. I remember one time we were swinging on the swings, and I was on one of them, I think, and my cousin turns around to like behind me, and he's like, "Ooh, Chucky!" And I like jump off the swing, and I'm like straight to my grandma's house, and I'm like, and so,
forget you guys, I'm saving myself.
Yeah, but yeah, I get you, I feel you.
No, it's crazy, like crazy stories like that. So when we sit around and talk about scary stories, like I can't sit around and tell you, oh, I've experienced something scary, but just from hearing other people's experience, whether they're true or not, freak me the fuck out. Like I'm just like, like no, because I do believe that there's supernatural stuff out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do believe that. Laugh at me all you want, but I do.
I do too. I mean, I do believe that there's spirits out there that stay and stuff, and like La Llorona.
That's another one like that. I used to hear a lot of people actually, like when something bad happened, like of an accident or like anything like that, they will hear La Llorona. That's what they used to say, but I mean, I've never heard anyone. I mean, just getting the chills. I'm like, just stop.
Yeah.
Can we talk about good stuff? Can we talk about Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, like, with La Llorona, they would tell us, like, so where my grandma used to live, there was a boulevard around there, and, like, they would say that at night, sometimes, like, at 3 in the morning, which, like, every time I wake up at 3 in the morning, I get really scared, but they would say that there would be, like, if you were out there at night around that time, you could hear someone be like, mis hijos. And just like, and you could actually see like the white figure of like the lady walking around and stuff. But I mean, I doubt that the Llorona can be in multiple places at once. So
I mean, maybe she's a traveler.
girl, I don't know.
No, but have you heard the story of La Llorona though? How it all started?
No, how did it start?
So apparently they used to say that it used to be a woman that was dressed all in white because I think she had just gotten married. But her husband, I think it was in the time that, I could be wrong. Probably I could be really wrong. But from what I've heard, it used to be like her husband, I think, left, never came back.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to like depression mode and like killed her own kids. Or killed some kids that were there. Either or. I don't know. But something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why she was dressed in all white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what they said. And so, it's going back to losing someone and their, like, spirits still lingering. I think that's what it is. I feel like the Llorona is not really doing anything evil or anything wrong. It's just her spirit still suffering here on earth.
Yeah, for her kids.
Yeah. Because I do believe that that's true. Like, when people say that people die unexpectedly, like in car accidents or, like, when they're killed or anything like that, that their spirits still linger so much because they're not in comfort. Like, they're not resting.
Yeah.
So they're out and about doing and stuff that are other people consider scary because they're like, what the fuck? Like, did that light just turn on by itself? Like,
yeah.
Please don't turn on.
No, there's nothing here.
Yeah, we do that. Well, another thing for me, at least, like I said, I grew up Catholic, so that was one of the things that, te están saliendo cosas malas porque no rezas.
Oh,
like bad things are happening because you're not praying, or that all of this is happening because you don't believe in God or whatever, right? That used to be me. So there was a point where I'm like, no, like I will sit down and pray at night. And somehow it worked. But I mean, it worked for me because I mean, it used to be like one of those things that they put you in your head that that's why it's happening. And another one is like, oh, it's happening because you're being bad. Yeah, it can happen to you whether you're good or bad.
Yeah, I gotta say though, like with like, because I'm more like spiritual now and stuff, I've been wanting to get more into like the witchy side of things, but I still feel this resistance within me because Catholicism and Christianity have put such an emphasis on like witches are bad, witches are evil, witches are like es jugando con el diablo and stuff like that. And I'm just not like, I find myself not being able to get past that sometimes. Like I'm like, whatever. But when it comes to like demonios and el diablo, like I get really scared.
Me too.
Like I kind of
Me too.
I think I'm done.
Can we stop?
Can we stop now?
I'm just kidding.
I need to watch a happy movie now.
But there is so many things out there that I mean I feel like people don't share just because they don't want to be seen as like crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like now with the topic of Halloween, obviously I feel like Halloween doesn't actually mean like being spooky and like scary, but I mean I feel like around it connects to Dia de Muertos. I feel like that's why a lot of people get confused because Halloween and then it's Dia de Muertos like a day or 2 days later, so usually they say that November 1st, which is the day after Halloween, is meant to be the day of the angels, which is like babies who never made it, or like kids who never like got married, or like that's why it's the day of the angels. And then like the second one is this November 2nd, which is for everyone, everyone who has passed away. And I do believe that. I feel like when people forget about their loved ones, it's like they're forever gone. So I feel like Dia de Muertos is a great way of giving us that opportunity to never forget our loved ones, which I really like. I feel like that's very meaningful.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we can do so much throughout the year that every November 2nd gets us back to our loved ones.
Yeah.
And we sit down and talk about like, hey, remember when this person used to do this and like that, or talk about remembering them.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's like keeping their spirit alive still. Like I like going back to Coco, like liking the idea of like their spirits like traveling back over here and like experiencing life with us for just a snippet. Yeah. But I think,
yeah, well, we hope you guys have a great Halloween.
A spooky Halloween.
Be safe out there. People get crazy. People are crazy. I feel like that's one of the things about Halloween, though. I feel like people take it as an advantage to do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, don't dress up as clowns and start, like, being weird.
Yeah. Be safe.
Be safe.
And be considerate that there's kids out there.
Yeah.
And have fun, and hope you guys have a great Halloween.
Yes.
And if you have any stories that you want to share, let us know.
Yes.
And hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, and happy Dia de los Muertos.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure you share and follow us.
And subscribe. Bye.